So the season's over, and that means we have to make a decision. Are we going to stay, or is this the end of the road for the other Arsenal? Hey everyone, what's up? It's Tony here. It's episode number 17 of the Journeyman. Hope you're well. If you've been following the season so far, thank you so much for all your continued support. If you're brand new, welcome along. What you're going to need to do at this point is get yourself subscribed, turn those notifications on, because you have joined at a very, very important part of the Journeyman process. Now, we're finishing our third season in charge of Arsenal Dzerzhinsk in the Belarusian highest league. As you can see, we've avoided relegation. We finished 9th. We lost to Bate, who are the champions-elect, on the last episode. And from that point, we finished the season in wretched form, to be honest. This was a complete blip, winning 4-1 here against Torpedo. And to be honest, like, when you see the next results, it stands out like a sore thumb, because all season we've kind of been patchy with form. Like, we've had one point where we went 3 months without a win. The board were very, very kind to us and didn't sack us. So, very happy with that. But, it's just been one of those seasons where it's been a bit of a grind, to be honest. We get some wins, then we lose some games, and then we lose a lot more games, and then we just don't win for a while, and then we get a little run of form. So that's sort of where we're at. We've had key players injured. We've had players wanting to leave, like our star centre-back left, then our star striker wanted to leave. This, by the way, is our last home game of the season. In the snow, 7-4 defeat. Like, just absolutely mad game. We took the lead after like 2.5 minutes. Then, with about 11 minutes gone, we conceded a sloppy goal, I would say. Maybe need to do a bit tighter marking. Then, only a couple of minutes later, we actually take the lead again. So we put ourselves back in front. Abramovich with a goal there. And I'm thinking, okay, that's pretty good. We're doing fine. Then, unfortunately, straight down the other end. And look at, again, poor defending. Poor defending is letting the opposition get the equaliser. Second half starts pretty much from the restart. They're 3-2 up. And it's like, it's going to be one of those afternoons, because then they hit 4. And we're like, it's just 6s and 7s, and it's really, 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 really bad defending that we need to iron out. And I'm like, right, okay, it's not great. So then 4-3 we get there. Abramovich with a great goal. I'm like, okay, this could be back on. We're going to be fine. And then, unfortunately, my belief was short-lived, because it then went to 5-3, and I was like, right, okay, fine, here we go, 5-3, and then 6-3. I picked that one out. I mean, that's a great goal to concede. If you're going to concede one, it's a fantastic strike. Then I was like, 7, we concede. I mean, look, just absolutely, like, you've got to laugh. You've literally got to laugh at that point when that goes in, because I know it's a poor mistake from Golovenko, but that's a cracking finish from Matias, by the way. So 7-4. I'm not sure how many people had that on their coupon for the final home game of the season, but 7-4 it finished. And then we went to Minsk and lost 3-1. So another goal from Brinchuk. So as I was saying, until the point there where we had to explain the 7-4 defeat. I mean, I still think he's offside at that point with that long ball, but never mind, that's by the by in it. As I say, form-wise, pretty poor towards the end of the season. We were safe for a while, and obviously the objective was just to stay in the division at best. We wanted to sort of avoid that relegation playoff. Interestingly enough, though, as you can see, we're actually in the quarterfinals of the Belarusian Cup, so we're playing Brest, but that's not until next March. So I'm a bit frustrated that bit, because my contract's up. We asked in the last episode, what we're going to do. Am I going to stay? Am I going to go? Like, we've had sort of comments on YouTube, from people saying, look, you need to stay, try out a new job, maybe consider staying and try and win the cup, or is there a higher job in Belarus? And I'm like, I don't really know. Like, I don't know whether the swing's too much to stay and then try and challenge for Europe, because we're like, what's that, 12 points away from trying to challenge the European places. It's a lot. Like, we're doing an online game, so that's a lot of swing, and then you've got another 22 points. It's 22 points between ourselves and Barty. Actually, it was 42. points between ourselves and Barty. That is a huge swing to be in the title picture. Do I think we've got it in us? No, I don't, if I'm completely honest. Like, I think we've re-signed all of the players. Like, all the good players are back on contracts. So, you know, if I leave, then it's not a problem. Like, I feel as though the club's being left in a good spot. Yeah, I've actually left. I have left. Like, I didn't... Right, so, it was a hard decision, okay? It was a hard decision. As I say, I have signed the players to contracts, so I'm not leaving Arsenal Dzerzhinsk in a bad spot. Okay, that's what I want to do. Okay, they've been solid in the Belarusian league. We stayed up for 2 seasons. We're expected to be in the playoffs of relegation both seasons, battling bravely, not even expected to stay up. We've stayed up comfortably. So I think I've left the club in a good position. They're also getting a new stadium. How that finance is going to work out, God Lord knows. But I figured, you know, let's try something different. We are doing a Journeyman save, so let's try another part of the world. We'll go for a bit of a wander, see what's what. And I think Bursaspor are going to offer us a pretty decent challenge, to be honest. Now, I know the Turkish Division 1, so we're in Division 1, we're not in the Turkish Super League. Turkish Division 1 is a step down in terms of quality with the Belarusian highest league. However, I think this club can come back up into the Turkish Super League, which will then be a higher league than the Belarusian higher league. And at that point, we can then potentially look to generate some interest further on in the world somewhere else. So, bit of background with Bursaspor. They have won the Super League before, so that's amazing. In fact, they're the only club to have won it previously who aren't from Istanbul recently. So that's great, right? So you've got something to work with, okay? We've got a big stadium, just shy of 43,000. That is a lot more than what we've had at Arsenal Dzerzhinsk. And it turns out, of course, because we were ground sharing, even with the new ground, they were only building like a stadium for like a couple of thousand people. So we're now into proper territory here, okay? Great youth system, great training. Like, I think we've got stuff that's actually set up for us to start looking to move forward, okay? There's some good players in here. I've had a bit of look around. We'll go and we'll have a look through the squad. I think this is a good project, right? It's a bit different. I've never managed in Turkey before. Here's the sort of what we're going to be judged on. They want us to develop youth players, play entertaining football, sign players under 20 for the future, so sell off. No players over the age of 30. Work within the wage budget, sell players for profit. Sort of maximum of 1 year for players over 33. That makes complete sense. And what they're looking for is the playoffs, right? So playoffs this year. Repair the financial damage to the club next year, that's fine. And then just playoffs. So, kind of, in the next couple of years, they're not budgeting for going up. However, I like to think maybe we can do it, right? We can do it, okay? Now, I didn't just jump straight into Bursaspor. Okay, there was a couple of teams I looked at beforehand. I had a couple of conversations. There was a team in Greece that I quite liked the look of. We had a chat with them, and I did some research before I sort of even went to the interview. They have a nice little area of their ground where they have anti-fascist and anti-racism in the actual stand. So I was like, right, I agree with that and the principle, so I'm going to go and apply for that job, see if I can get an interview there. Unfortunately, they turned me down. We had an interview with Biter Jerusalem, and then after a bit of research, turned out I'm glad I didn't get that job. So that was pretty good. But yeah, I did the research on Bursaspor, and I quite liked it. I quite liked the idea of what they stand for. I think that we may have something to build on. And as I say, I've never managed in Turkey, so it might be a bit of a laugh. And also, it's potentially mad enough where if it goes wrong, then at least we've gone and we've done a bit of experience and we've managed somewhere a little bit different. So that was my thinking. Hopefully it'll work out. Hopefully we'll have fun. As I say, we're not expected to be promoted straight away, so that kind of buys us a bit of time as well. However, if we do get promoted, then we're ahead of the plan. So that's where we're at. Right, that's my thinking, okay? I liked Arsenal. I had a great time there, but I figured that if this was just me playing at home on my own, offline, I'd probably stay with Arsenal Dzerzhinsk and try and get towards the European placings. However, because we're doing it online, we need to keep a narrative going And I figure, that from Belarus to Turkey, it's a relatively logical step. It would make sense in terms of narrative structure. So this is sort of where we are. This is what we're going to be starting to do. We are already about to lose a very who looks like quite a pretty good player, to be honest. A young player. He's banging goals already, and he's already going to be on his way out. What I think I'm going to do, and this is my plan at this point, because I don't know the players particularly well. In fact, I don't know the players at all. I'm going to just trust whatever happens, okay? So if, the vision says sell players for a profit, so if bids come in, then we're going to have to let players go. Like, as simple as that, just we're going to have to let players go until I work out who's who, really. So we'll have a little bit quick look through, see what's what. This is Atterberg, who's the goalkeeper. Looks fine. Fairly straightforward, 3-star goalkeeper. So he's probably going to be our number one, I reckon. Because that's Ahmet Gurney, he's number 2. Yeah, he doesn't look particularly great. What I like about Turkey, already what I like about this is that I like a nation that has random squad numbers. That's what I like. So we're going to see lots of number 80s, we're going to see lots of number 90s, 76 and 77 on left backs and right backs. It's going to be brilliant. We're going to have a great time, right? We have to spend quite a lot of time with the youth system, so there'll be young players coming through as we sort of go through. This is Oguts Yilmaz. So again, this is another nation where I'm going to butcher players' names, and I'm really, really, really sorry. Okay, I will try. This is Ali Karnapoglu, who I presume is going to be our right back. He looks pretty good there. Then what we've got, this is Ertuğrul Kurtulus. He's 2-star. We'll probably get rid of him. But again, look at 84. Number 21 years old, 84. Kamal Kaya, he looks like he should be considered again another right back. Okay, so a bit of competition there for the other lad there, Yilmaz. Ali. Who we've got here? This is Yusuf Arslan. Really gonna have to make sure I say that properly on camera. I'll probably just call him Yusuf, I think. So he looks pretty decent. 2.5 stars. Abdul Tazgel, left back, 2 stars. Can play everywhere apparently, absolutely everywhere, but not in the middle. He's very much afraid of playing central midfield, that guy. So that's fine. Let's have a bit more scout about and see who else we've got here. Murat Karadeniz. He's not going to be part of our team. You can tell. We'll get rid of him. 1 star, not good enough. Hasan Kurachai, maybe a backup, possibly. I guess this episode really is us getting to grips with the team now. So the next episode will be some games. So it's Ramazan Keshkin, who looks again pretty right back again, or just sort of a half back he can play as well, but also right back. This episode is pretty much going to be getting used to the team. The next episode will be the first game, so we'll try. I mean, if you want this episode out today, we'll do that. We might sort of move Washington back to tomorrow. Erkan Aktas, he's on loan, so he looks pretty good, but he's on loan, so we're probably not going to have him for much longer. Berkan Turkileri, he looks all right, to be honest. He looks not bad at all. 19 years old, 12 for acceleration, 15 tackling. Not bad at all. Not bad at all, actually. Kerim Koch, fine. Again, another right back, of course. Everyone in Turkey plays right back by the looks of it. Onur Çelik, fine, reasonable player, 18 years old. Good beard for 18, to be honest. Who's this now? Ishak Kakmak, 16 for aggression. Battler, a proper battler in midfield, 31. That's what I like. I like him. He's going to be all right. Maybe get him in there. Ruffle a few feathers. This is the thing. I'm going to have to try and work out a new system as well now, aren't I? Ömer Gerguç. As I try and get used to these players, I have to try and work out what I want to do with Bursaspor. So if you've got any ideas, if you've managed in Turkey before as well, do obviously drop some comments below. Ozan Koç, he looks all right as well. Actually, he looks pretty decent. 14 determination, 15 fitness, marking 12, good. Booland Chock as well. Are they brothers? Maybe? I don't know, possibly. Again, not bad. 16 bravery, 14 passing, 17 teamwork. Yes! That's what we like. Players who are going to work for each other. Marko Nikolic, Swedish player. Okay, pretty decent. 26 years old. Looks like his contract's up actually, so that could be an issue. We might have to look to see if we keep him or whether I don't know, maybe he might just leave. We don't know. Kerem Sen is another midfielder who probably a backup, I'd imagine. Yeah, and like I say, if there's anything you're looking at and this looks like a formation or tactics or styles that you might think could suit Turkish football, do let me know in the comments below. Metin Kanchichi, pretty decent, 29, so probably going to be a backup, I think. Yeah, obviously we're going to learn as we go along here, I think. This is Melih Okutan, who's probably going to be I don't know, is he going to be the starter? Could play right wing, could play left wing. Nice bit of versatility. Yeah, like I say, we'll learn as we go along, and this could be a lot of fun. I'm very, very excited about this. It's something very, very different. I've never played here before. So Hussein Afkan is another sort of advanced forward player. Looks okay. I think we've probably got better than him. Quite a large squad, I think. Berkan Ataseyar, 16 for agility, 15 first touch. He's only 19 as well. That's not bad. He's all right. We might be able to do something with him. Tolgahan Yildiz, 16 years old. He's not bad as well, actually. Teamwork, technique, finishing, flair, off the ball, work rate. He's a player, him. He's a player. Right, okay, we're going to keep our eyes on him. He looks all right. Katagay Yilmaz, he looks fine as well. Also, as well, do let me know if I'm pronouncing these players, how badly I'm pronouncing these players, sorry, because of course I'm pronouncing them wrong. Here's Haki Yildiz is another player who, what I'm finding, they're either fast or they're technical. That seems to be what we've got here, or aggressive. Senol Tezkan, he looks all right as well, doesn't he? He looks pretty decent. 4 stars. 17 years old. 19 for determination, agility, balance, acceleration. He looks a player as well. He does look pretty decent. Ayan Kosha. That's the guy that's being sold, isn't it? Yeah. He's it's going to be a shame to lose him. 18 years old. Look at that. 16 first touch. Off the ball's good. Leadership's good. Acceleration, finishing, balance, stamina. I would have enjoyed having him in the team, to be honest. He would look pretty decent. So let's see what the assistants say, because obviously we need to get a bit of views on people who've already been here. So this is more players in the youth system. Koch, Arslan, another one, not too bad maybe. And he looks all right for 17. He looks pretty good as well. They do look like they've got some decent youngsters. That's going to help. That's going to help, actually. If the vision is to get young players and get them sold off, then I think the club are keeping their side of the bargain. So, in terms of positives, we seem to be okay. Now, what's the negatives, though? It's not enough aggression. Goalkeeper reflexes are a bit slow. We're not great facing 4-2-3-1s. Position's not brilliant. We could do with some more defenders. We need to work on corners, determination, overall depth. Crosses not great. We're not particularly brave. So, yeah, kind of as you expect, really. Like reasonably technical, but lacking a bit of steel, some leadership in there. Yeah, concentration's not great. We're conceding a fair amount of goals. Marking's not brilliant, not particularly fit. Right, so yeah, technical players, but lacking a little bit of which is what we're going to try and hopefully instill. We want to get a bit of steel in this side. So let's have a look and see what we've got. So we're playing I'm going to say this team, Eskişehirspor. It's not that at all, is it? Really, it's not that at all. But they're the team we're playing. They're the team we're playing in the first match of the season. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and do pre-season. We'll do some transfers. We'll get a tactics sorted. Some players might come in, some players might go, obviously, and we'll come back for this first league game. That's the next episode, is going to be the first league game in Turkish League One. I hope you're looking forward to it. I'm very excited. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, obviously drop a like on it. Leave any comments below. If you want to say farewell messages to Arsenal Dzerzhinsk, if you want to give me any advice on managing in Turkey, any players you've seen, any styles you think that work. Of course, we've already mentioned previously on videos, we've got a Discord, so come and join that as well. But as I say, all that really needs to be said is thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it, and we'll see you very soon on the next episode of The Journeyman, where we are managing in Turkey at Bursaspor.